Oh, about time. Hello, Jason. Oh, hey, George. Oh, you're not late, are you? How's it going? Welcome back. Nice weather outside, isn't it, George? What a nice weather, isn't it? Well, actually, not quite weather, but try to manage to making the ways to make it difficult to ask. For some reason, I think about myself, but not to comprehend myself, just to make an our comprehension. For some reason, it hasn't been punished for the whole time, but nothing to be suspected. So, George, what can I do for you, though? So, what can I do for you? Have a seat. Yeah, of course. Thanks for telling me that, Jason. Jason, I really want to ask me. I'm just gonna tell you about the lockdown that doesn't give another ways to. So, for some reason, Jason, one of the FBI's were having the excuse problems, but for some reason my son told me that I've just spoken to my son before when I just came back. For some reason, we knew a lot, but that doesn't exist for the whole time anymore. But I wasn't being convenienced for assurance. For some reason, Jason, I didn't make any mentionables, but I have to make a statement. For some reason, I did not make anything worse at all, but making their ways to giving their difficulties to other people, make their statements alone. Nothing serious. So, when I speak to my son about this, but my son James is gonna give you any of these infos for the other times. Telling him that said no. Just giving him the whole thing to say. Well, actually, Jason, I did not making you worse than they thought. The FBI were finishing the lockdown this week, but not quite this week, but next week, after the March. Actually, George, thanks for giving me the explanation about the lockdown, but it's been serious for the whole time. Actually, for some reason, I've making the right things to giving a whole weeks in a whole after all. Maybe there isn't overall problems though, George. When I recently spoke to your son about the lockdown, but even the police officers were about to clear out the ways that they can finish out their lockdowns. Even though it is unfinished lockdown, but but not quite actually. For some reason, George, we knew that it was right. We know that it was wrong. You haven't told me for no spoken reasons, but it's very hard to complete our request for lockdown, our lockdown request. But there isn't any of these people who had died of being shot by an FBI's. They were attempted to enter quarantine, and they burst them all out. They need to get what they deserves. They deserves better than this. If people deserves better, then you deserve it.
you deserve anything at all the time. Never being spoken to all these people, I would mind to. I have to remind you though, George. All the lockdowns should be closed, but the shops and everything else is all closed. For some reason, for next week, they're about to provide their needs, such as the health aids, food aids, drink aids, and to supply of water aids. Wait, maybe it's supply of water aids. All these ration aids that people always treated by an aid. But it's not a vaccination disease. Well, but the disease is not really partially delivered. They have to deliver their care home workers, but they have to take care of the caretakers. One of the caretakers might want to looking after their patients. Well, one of the patients were injured. They taken to surgeries. One of the opticians in a hospital for surgeries, they have opticians, doctors, nurses, and surgeons. Opticians. Maybe they came back one of the FBI's. They came from the overpass, but the overpass wasn't given all the time for it cost. For some reason, I do not mention anything that doesn't belongs to others, but I do think you belong here. But I have to say thank you for your explanation. So, like I said, thanks for your explanation, of course, occasionally. So I had to forgive your life and your quotations. Our quotations is now denied. Well, not good enough, George. I have to say, but there is no way we can stop the lockdown from their businesses. But I'm sorry though, George. It's not good, actually. I can't afford. I'm really sorry, George. I can't do that. There is no way I cannot do anything from you. You might want to believe me or not. Well, nothing to be mentionables. It's very unmentionable for all people. All these people are unmentionable. Nothing serious. Okay, I completely learn it. Okay, I completely know what you're saying is, but I'm not confusing though. I was just listening to you. What you've said. You said, "Thank me for my explanation." Nothing serious. So actually, Jason, I do not have to mention anything, but for some reason, Jason, but I know who you are. But you are an agency. You're undercover. You're confident, and you're saving people's lives. Thanks for the intelligence for the whole time, it's been a long time to see us again, it's the only things I can not do my best actually, but my son will do that as we wish. But my son makes his real time, but he has to give it his break afterwards, For some reason I do not think we have much time to have a look at our discoveries. For some reason, I can't make it worse. It's got to be an honesty. So, we're doing the right way as we speak. Alright, Jason? Well, it's time for me to go, though, Jason, but I've already explained to you that all the time. So there you go, Jason. Tell you what, Jason, I gotta go now, but my son wants me right now, but I gotta go, by the way. I will see you soon, but I'll see you soon and I will give you a call and, we'll make it sometimes. We'll do that as we wish. Okay, gotta go, Jason. Stay safe. Stay secured.